Hi there, Dr. Gary here on the road. We sell dental practices nationwide. We are dental practice brokers. I was a dentist myself for 25 years and now doing the brokerage for 14 years. Today's topic is landlord in the dental practice sale process refuses to speak to the buyer's attorney until. We'll give you those details. So as you know, we now have 10 employees. We're in 22 states and available to you 363 days a year. We take our Christmas and Easter. You can reach us from 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. East Coast time. Feel free to call us even if you want to chat. Now, this information is for entertainment purposes only. It's not legal advice. Our phone number is 201-663-0935. And our website is dentalpracticeguide.com or Nationwide Dental Practice Brokers. So feel free to call us. Now, if you're thinking about selling to the DSOs, remember, we work closely with them. We know all about them. They will often pay our commission, so you as a seller won't have a commission. And if you work with us, all practices, whether you sell to a DSO or not, all practices over $1 million, we will reimburse your legal fees upon successful closing based on some simple criteria. So give us a call about that. All right, so what's going on today? Landlord would not negotiate with the buyer until they had a completed contract. And that completed contract took a while and slowed up everything. Now, every landlord's different. Most of them want some kind of documentation that a deal is happening because they don't want to waste their time or their attorney's time. And by the way, sellers, be aware that many leases have a clause in there that if you're negotiating to sell your business or something, that the cost of their attorney may be passed on to you, usually $1,500, $2,000, to look over documents. So just for you sellers to be aware of that. But on this situation, the landlord told the buyer's attorney. Now he has an attorney. He must know he's serious. Told the buyer's attorney, I'm not talking to you until I have a completed contract. You know, sometimes that takes a while, and you could have been negotiating the lease all this time. Some landlords will let you do that by a simple letter of intent. And you could have made up the time, because by the time you get the contract drawn up, it could take a period of time, 10 days or something like that. All that time you could have been negotiating with the landlord and negotiating the lease terms. But unfortunately, this you can't. And the landlord's not bound by any rule that you have to respond to you in a timely manner. It merely says that he cannot unfairly withhold the lease to be transferred for you for a person that's at least financially credit worthy. He can't say, I'm not going to sell it to you. He has to sell it, and he can't discriminate. But landlords have been burned before, where they got a buyer that's all excited, sell a business, they're going to take over the lease, and the buyer disappears. Just gone. Disappears. So the landlord wasted all that time. Excuse me, they don't want to go over that. They don't want to go through that again. So some of them will ask, as in this situation, for the final contract. The problem is we're supposed to have a closing in about another week or 8 days. I wish the attorney who had the contract last week would have immediately gotten in touch with the landlord and say, we have the contract, let's negotiate, instead of waiting to this week, and I had to remind them. But regardless, it's for you to be aware of. It's just another delay, and this stuff happens. You got to be ready for it. You got to be ready for chaos. You get trouble with the landlord. Two of our biggest problems, as you know, is not choosing the right dental attorney to represent you, and another different one to represent the seller. Hopefully they're both dental attorneys that know our language. And secondly, problems with landlords. they could be a real headache sometimes. Now, in this time post-COVID, they're a little easier going. And the commercial real estate problems are going down the tubes because nobody wants to work in a big high-rise. They want to work at home. So that's changing the landscape. So just remember that. Landlords are a little better to work with now after 2020, whatever, 2, they're easier. Excuse me. Landlords are easier to speak to. So this one had an issue with the contract. So be aware of that. It's another delay. It's another issue. It's another hurdle to get over. Just got to be aware of that. I think it's going to work out great here. We'll negotiate with the landlord on the short term and still close at the end of next week. But that attorney has to hustle. So this is the time you get on the, you communicate with the attorney. I've got to get this done. You got a closing set up and I want this done. How can I help you? Don't blame the attorney all the time because maybe they're waiting for something from you. But if you've done everything and it's only up to the attorney to take care of, and sometimes they have their plate full, they can't always accommodate everybody, but you just got to be proactive and on top of this, and you'll get everything done. Okay? We're looking good. Dr. Gary signing off. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like to hear more of these. They're coming out all the time. And also, get ready for the cruise January 25th, January 6th, I think, or 5th, 2025. It's going to be a blast. You're going to be extremely impressed by the amount of knowledge and education and everything going on there. Some of the best dental attorneys, the best dental accountants, dental repair guys, dental contractors. I mean, we got this thing covered. And we're going to have CE credits for it too. So we're kind of excited about that. And come on aboard. It's going to be, I think, leaving Miami on the 5th, coming back on like the 9th. It goes on Monday, 4 o'clock, and comes back. I think it's going to be 9 o'clock that Friday. So call me up. I'll get you the details. I'll get you the agent who's taking care of everything. All right? So let's talk soon. Hit the subscribe button. We've got a lot more videos coming out. Great talking to you. Bye now.